We know that life can get a little harder as we get older, but you don't have to face those challenges alone. There are people who care and want to help you. In this video, we're going to cover 10 incredible services that help low-income seniors across America. And a little later, we're going to talk about one that you need to avoid at all costs. But for now, let's just dive into those helpful resources. We'll start with some chore services. If you're finding yard work or household chores a bit more challenging these days, don't worry, there are places that you can turn for help. There's a fantastic initiative called I Want to Mow Your Lawn, and it's exactly as straightforward as it sounds. This wonderful organization connects seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities to volunteers in their area who are happy to lend a hand and mow those lawns for free. Now, keep in mind, most of these volunteers are not professional landscapers. They're just everyday folks with big hearts who want to make a difference. They'll bring their own equipment and they'll do what they can to help out. However, that means that you can't count on this organization for ongoing weekly lawn care, but they will do their best to help you out when you need it. If you'd like to see if there's a volunteer in your area that can help you, give them a call at 862-66-MOWER or visit their website at iwanttomowyourlawn.com. Now, beyond simply mowing your lawn, there are many other community organizations that offer assistance with various chores. These can include things like yard work, raking leaves, weeding, trimming bushes, tasks that might become difficult to manage on your own. Or they can include laundry, washing, drying, and even folding your clothes can be a big help, especially if mobility is becoming an issue. They may also offer light housekeeping, like dusting, vacuuming, and keeping things tidy so that you can easily and comfortably navigate your home. They may also be able to assist with grocery shopping and errands. Getting to the store or running other errands can be a challenge. These volunteers can help you take care of these tasks, ensuring that you have everything you need. Now, the types of chores that these organizations offer will depend on what agency you contact. Each one has different rules about who is eligible, what they do, and how often you can get help. For example, Catholic Charities of Eastern Washington has a volunteer chore services program that can help with housework, laundry, transportation, shopping, and other independent living requests. Volunteers also help out with larger one-time projects like moving or cleaning up your yard. They even have volunteers that can deliver commodities to you if you can't reach your local food bank. In the Albany, New York area, the Catholic Charities program there is even more inclusive. They have an Aging Life Services program that provides a comprehensive in-home social work consultation that can help you connect with a lot of different resources. After you go through this detailed assessment, they can help you with paperwork, estate planning, legal services, and even chore services that can help with grocery shopping, seasonal yard work, rides to appointments, and even home maintenance. Now, of course, Catholic Charities is not the only organization that offers senior chore services either. There are many community action agencies that have similar programs, and the Area Agency on Aging may have ways of helping you out as well. For example, the Ohio Area Agency on Aging states that they can provide you with current information on services that help with chores, homemaking, personal care, and more. That's why it's always a great idea to start by contacting your local Area Agency on Aging when you're trying to find these services in your area. They can connect you with a variety of resources and programs designed to help you live independently. You can also reach out to your local senior center or faith-based organization as well, as they often have volunteer programs or can point you in the right direction to find other volunteer programs. Now, if you're facing bigger challenges like needing home modifications or repairs so that you can stay safe and comfortable in your home, Habitat for Humanity's Aging in Place program might be just what you need. Habitat has been helping seniors age in place since 2013. They work with local communities across the United States to provide critical home repairs and modifications tailored to each individual's needs. This could include anything from installing grab bars and ramps to making energy efficiency upgrades and even fixing your roof. But it's not just about physical repairs. Habitat also can connect you with community-based support services as well, such as help with meals, transportation, and other essential needs. This holistic approach ensures that seniors can live comfortably and independently in their own homes for as long as possible. Usually, you'll need to be at least 60 and meet income requirements in order to qualify for this program. And the best part? Most of the labor is done by volunteers, and many Habitat affiliates offer these services at low or even no cost to eligible seniors. However, that is where it starts to get complicated. Each Habitat affiliate can set their own rules and requirements about who is eligible and how much they have to contribute to the cost and so on. Now, many Habitat affiliates don't charge anything for this service. For example, the Habitat office in York County, Maine clearly states these services are provided at no cost. However, other Habitat affiliates will expect you to pay for the cost of the materials they use. According to Forbes, by and large, materials for most of its aging-in-place home repairs and modifications cost between $1,500 and $2,000. The volunteer labor is free. However, you may not have to pay for all of those material costs yourself. In Tacoma, Washington, seniors are expected to pay between 5 to 30% of the total cost. In other areas, they may ask you to contribute sweat equity. That sounds scary, but they aren't expecting you to actually go out and build your own home. Instead, the Clallam, Washington office says that sweat equity can include things like making lunch for the volunteers that are working on your home, writing thank you notes to the suppliers, or clearing pathways in the home to the work site. Now, if you're interested, you'll need to contact your local Habitat affiliate to see if they offer aging-in-place services in your area. Now, if you just need some help getting around your community, there are volunteer services that may be able to help you as well. These vary by location because usually an organization will only serve certain counties or even zip codes. For example, seniors in Howard County, Maryland can use Neighbor Ride. In the Austin, Texas area, there are programs like Drive a Senior, Chariot, and more. In King County, Washington, the Hyde Shuttle can take you anywhere in King County. To find a senior transportation service in your area, call your local senior center or your area agency on aging. They can refer you to the resources in your area that provide this. And if you're having a hard time seeing visually, then you may be able to get some help from a volunteer through the Be My Eyes app. This app connects people who are struggling to see well with sighted volunteers through a live video chat. The app can be used 24/7 anywhere in the world, and they can help you with all sorts of things like matching colors, checking if lights are on, reading product labels, navigating TV menus, and even checking your makeup before you go out. There are currently over 7 million volunteers registered and waiting to help, so just download the Be My Eyes app today if that's something that you're interested in. The Salvation Army is another great resource for seniors who need a little extra support. Their website says, quote, "The Salvation Army passionately invites senior citizens into relationships with others through our many senior centers and elder care programs. To help combat the loneliness, depression, and loss of independence that often accompany old age, we provide group dining experiences, coordinate activities, visit the homebound, and offer residential assistance for older adults in need of a senior living community," end quote. Now, of course, not all of these services that they offer are completely free. They do have small fees for some of the services. But even when something costs money, they may be able to help you find financial assistance to cover that cost. For example, in Ohio, the Salvation Army has a wonderful adult daycare program. This program helps vulnerable seniors who may be struggling with social isolation, health challenges, or limited mobility. They offer a variety of activities, social interaction, and even some health services to help seniors stay engaged and active. They also serve meals and even offer transportation to and from the center. But for families who can't afford it, the application is very clear. It says, quote, "In keeping with the Salvation Army's tradition of helping others, we may be able to link you to funding programs and resources to cover the cost of adult daycare. Please complete the following information so that the Samaritan Center staff may better determine if financial assistance may be available to you," end quote. So clearly, the Salvation Army is deeply committed to supporting seniors in various ways. Even if finances are a concern, it's always worth reaching out to them for assistance. And if you need some extra support, Volunteers of America is another great place to turn. They offer community meals that provide free food to people who are at least 60 years old. They usually suggest a donation if you can afford it, but their website clearly states that no seniors will be turned away if they can't afford to pay. Volunteers of America also offers a system called VOA Rest. This program provides free confidential meetings to help build your emotional resilience. They specifically serve people struggling with isolation, fatigue, frustration, anxiety, or a sense of inadequacy or failure. No matter where you are in the country, you can schedule a session online. Now I want to talk to you about a program that I think you need to avoid at all costs. It's called Elder Helpers. You might have seen it recommended online, even in some AARP articles, but there are a few things that you need to know before you even think about signing up with them. First off, Elder Helpers is not free. You have to pay a monthly service fee to access their network of volunteers, and even then, they do not guarantee that you will find someone to help you. And it's not exactly clear how much you have to pay either. The website talks about small monthly contributions, but there's no set price listed. And if you decide to cancel, it might not be as simple as you'd expect. They say you have to email them to cancel, but they don't say how long it'll take to process your request. And this is my biggest concern of all. Their website makes a big deal about how they recruit, screen, and train volunteers. But in the fine print, it says that background checks aren't automatic. You have to specifically ask for one. And get this, the volunteers themselves pay for their own background checks. That's a little unusual, and it might be a safety concern for some. And of course, then there's the issue that Elder Helpers actually compensates their volunteers with gift cards and other rewards. They also, and I quote, strongly encourage you to find ways to keep them engaged and highly motivated, end quote. Which sounds like they want you to pay the volunteers or reward them as well. While it's nice to show appreciation, this creates a very different dynamic than a purely volunteer-based service. So, although I've never used Elder Helpers myself and I've never even interacted with the company outside of looking at their website, there are enough red flags here that I would not encourage you to use it. If you decide that you want to try it, please be careful. Do your research, ask questions, and make sure it's the right choice for you or your loved one, but please proceed with caution if you decide to go that route. Now, don't forget to check out our recent video for more ways to save money and get free stuff. I'll see you there.